exactly what kind of a game have we got here?
It's a medieval grand strategy game where the lords of Europe fight each other for supremacy, essentially. It's an insane amount of research that's gone into this game. You can start at any day between 1066 and 1337, and Europe will look like it did historically. This is a game about characters, and all the characters have their own agendas, and they plot against each other, they try to seize more power, they have a personality, they have traits like lustful or chaste or ambitious and so on. So you need to keep an eye on who these characters actually are. I think people will be surprised by how hard it is to keep your realm together. You have all these troublesome vassals and turbulent priests who demand things of you, who plot against you, and just trying to survive and play the game from beginning to end is going to be a challenge that way. It's not just about painting the map your color. It's about ruling as well, ruling wisely. It's mostly a strategy game, I still say. The focus is on the strategy, but it's not just a game of expansion and conquest. You also need to keep an eye on what's going on within your realm. So I'd say it's a game about governing or reigning as well as conquering. A kingdom is not a nation state as we think of countries today. It's a collection of smaller entities, duchies, counties, and so on. And the power of a king, for example, rests on his authority over his vassals. So they might come when he calls them to war, or they might not. They might send a few troops or many troops. Or they might revolt against him to get a law changed or install another king even. A vassal wants more power, obviously, and so does a king or a queen. But a king or a queen will probably turn outwards and attack foreign nations and gain more territory. Or marry into more territory, which is also very popular in the period. Whereas a vassal, is more limited. He can declare war on other vassals within the same kingdom, especially if the king's authority is weak in the kingdom. The vassals might fight each other. Or, he might revolt against his liege and try to install himself as king, for example, which is a possibility as well. You have a council with different jobs that help you govern, and one of them is the spy master. And the spy master, depending on how good he is, will discover these plots in time. And if you discover a plot, you can either talk to the plotter and say, I know what you're up to, so you got to stop this. Or you can just try to throw him in jail or have him killed. There are different options. I really love building up my dynasty, marrying the right woman, having children, watching the children plot against each other, who is going to be the king after me. Often it's a case of, I feel that my succession is secure and I have 5 kids, but by the time, I die or my ruler dies, it's only one left because the others have killed each other off.
So you like watching your children kill each other?
Yeah, I find it amusing, actually.